me clearly. America is not a racist country.
We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country.
You know, one thing I notice about America, when it comes down to finding funds, they sure know how to find funds when it comes down to these migrants, don't they? They know exactly where to go, where to pull from. They got it all down packed. You know, it's amazing. So let's get into this story. Washington State diverted $340 million in federal pandemic funds to migrants. They can give people with no legitimate name, undocumented. They couldn't show you an ID to save their mama's life, but they sure know how to get money to them, don't they? And they got the nerve to ask, well, who's going to get reparations? You sure don't ask that question when it comes down to these migrants. You don't care about who gets the money, just as long as you find it to give. So, a new report is highlighting how federal pandemic funds were used in Washington state to give $1,000 checks to illegal immigrants who were ineligible to receive federal economic impact payments during the pandemic due to their immigration status. They weren't eligible, but they sure found the funds to give to them anyway. The report by the Economic Policy Innovation Center, known as EPIC, points to money administered by the pandemic. I'm using that to replace the other word, which was created by the American Rescue Plan Act and was intended to help state and local governments with their response and recovery from the pandemic. Washington state received $4.4 billion in funding overall from the program. The report from the group, which calls for a smaller federal government, highlighted how $340 million in funding went to a program that sent $1,000 checks to illegal immigrants in the state. So all this, well, who is it going to go to? How are they going to give the money out? Don't come back with any of that ever again. For real. These folks aren't even giving you real legitimate names and information, and you still got the money to them. So we don't want to hear about the who's going to get it and how is it going to. We don't want to hear that from you ever again. That is dead. The funds approved by the Washington State Legislature in April of 2021 provided another round of funding for undocumented immigrants in Washington state, according to the impact report on the program. The Washington Immigration Relief Fund was first set up in 2020 to grant checks to those ineligible for government assistance programs due to their immigration status. Treasury documents confirm that the state has since provided an extra $340 million for federal relief funds for the one time cash grants, with 10% of the funding went to community-based organizations administered the program. So these were direct cash payments to illegal immigrants, undocumented. The $340 million project is categorized as a cash transfer expenditure approved for the state of Washington. So this means that the Biden administration directly subsidized undocumented immigrants under the guise of pandemic relief, the EPIC report says. The state says that it had previously invested $128 million of funding from the Trump era CARES Act for 120,000 immigrants who did not qualify for the economic relief. But the funding was not sufficient for the number of applications the program received. The fund has now ended, with the last payments going out in 2023. Where's the money going to come from? Who's going to get the money? Got some damn nerve. State officials say that the funds was an opportunity to help people who may have been left out of other federal and state resources to address the economic impact of the pandemic. The Economic Policy Innovation Center report highlights several other projects related to illegal immigration for which federal funds were used, including programs in Arizona for art, music, and dance classes for migrants. Why do migrants need art, music, and dance classes? For migrants and expansions of shelters in Massachusetts. The Senate is releasing a budget supplemental that includes a bipartisan deal on the border. However, the administration has been actively encouraging illegal immigration by using pandemic money from SLFRF to provide cash assistance, housing, legal aid, and other benefits to undocumented migrants. Paul Winfrey, president and CEO of Epic, told Fox Digital. Winfrey also stressed that there is still $120 billion of unspent money from the fund and called on lawmakers to stop those funds. Until Congress claws back this money, it will continue to serve as a magnet for illegal immigration. The report comes amid continued concerns about the flow of illegal immigrants into the United States. Congress is currently negotiating a supplemental fund bill, which will include aid to communities receiving migrants. But Republicans have sought to include restrictions on asylum and the administration use of parole. So there you have it, y'all. They will pull money from other sources to give direct cash payments to illegal immigrants. And you can see states don't have any problems participating in this at all. And you got homeless Americans that are not even given these funds, and they could desperately use these funds. And just like they can divert funds for immigrants, they can divert funds to pay slave reparations in this country too. Y'all tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.